Welcome back to Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren. Thanks for joining me and checking in on your resolutions. Hopefully doing this channel is one of those resolutions and you're sticking to it. Now, the thing when I chose my resolutions, I wanted to find things that were easy and achievable, and that's kind of the theme of today's video. Today's videos are standing poses and they're quite simple, but when you put them all together, there's some of the stronger poses that I can find. Let me know what you think and let's keep doing our resolutions together and feel better. So, a few quick standing poses today. It's not going to be long, but I find this stuff to be quite challenging when we put it all together. I'm using a couple of blocks today. I probably will fall when I do what's called half moon, which is over onto our sides, onto one leg, and I use the blocks because I can't quite reach the ground. And then one of the harder poses in the end is called horse pose, which is like you're riding a horse with your feet at 45 degree, and then you're holding onto like a big tree in front of you. You can also put your hands in the center. You can also put your hands up. It's one of the stronger poses. And then the only other thing that is that when we get to the finish, we're going to do what's called heroes poses. I'll put one of the blocks beneath me, and it's like you used to sit when you were a kid. You sort of sit not on your heels, but between your heels, and it gives you a real internal stretch on your hips. And then I come back what's called lightning bolt, which is sitting on your actual heels. So let's start at the other side, at the end here. We're just going to sort of bend over and get some fire going. This is a fire standing pose, and we're going to get rid of all in our air through our nose and out through our mouth, like we're getting a fire going on the ground. And then we'll just get into these quick poses. So into your nose. In through your nose and then out through your mouth. And one last time for good measure. Now let's stand up into mountain pose. Our hands are facing out. We're nice and solid. You can scrunch your toes into the ground. Feel that connectedness to the earth. It's a real stable pose. And let's just keep on breathing through our nose in that restrained breathing, like you're fogging up a mirror with your mouth closed. So mountain pose, hands out. Let's just take a few breaths here. And the next breath, put your hands right over your head. Stretch up, get some sun on your face and on your chest. Just kick your hips forward a little bit. And let's just breathe in and out through our nose for this whole time. Last breath in. And then exhale. Bend all the way over. And hang there loose. Let your back stretch open. A forward fold. Try to keep the backs of your legs nice and straight. You can rock a little bit forward and back and side to side just so your body can settle into these poses. Now inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale to forward fold again. Inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale, take a step out. Keep your toes pointed in just a little bit. And we're going to do a straddle fold. Again, let yourself hang there. Each breath in, make some space, and each breath out, relax into that space. Now, do a sort of halfway lift. And then we're going to go over low into it's called Skandasana, up over to the side here. Stretch out. You'll really feel it in your groin here. And then on your next inhale in, and then we exhale into crescent lunge. So our toes pointed in a little bit, our knees reaching down toward the ground, our hands above our head, like you're holding a balloon or a beach ball. And sit there for a moment. Keep your back straight. Try to lower your knee as much as you can as is comfortable. Now inhale, put your left hand forward and your right hand back. And then twist. Now inhale, exhale, and windmill your arms around and go into warrior two. So you're back on a 45-degree angle. Your front toes just pointing in a little bit and just leaning into that your front quad there. Now inhale, exhale, reach down and stretch forward. So rest on your knee. Now inhale and stretch back your left hand onto your leg behind. You could probably do this better than me. That's as far back as I can stretch. I can feel it in my front hip flexor. And now into, if you can, what's called half moon. So you're taking the weight on your front leg and putting your weight and holding yourself up. Your hips are stacked on top of each other. Last breath in. And join your feet at the front for a chair pose. Bend down into that chair. Put your arms straight up. Keep your back straight. And stand up for some relief. And we're going to go to the other side. So, hands up to the air, up to the sky. Inhale in and forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale to forward fold. Until halfway lift. Exhale. Straddle to the other side. Toes pointed in a little bit. And forward folding here. Now, the only thing here we're going to do is we're going to put our hands behind our back and make it into a seal fold. Last breath in. Let your arms fall down to the ground. Lift up halfway. And then over to Skandasana on your right side. Stretching out. See, to me, this is hard. These are simple poses, and yet still. And inhale. And then forward to Crescent lunge on the other side. Hands active above. Get your knee down as low as it can go. Keep your back straight. Keep your hands active. Tuck your tailbone in so you get your core active. 2 more breaths. And inhale. And then exhale. And do that twist. And you're using your core to twist back. Keep your arms straight. You're not pulling your arms back with your shoulders. Last breath in. And then windmill your arms. To warrior 2 on the other side, keeping your body straight up and down. Good stretch here. See your 2 toes in front of your knee there. Nice and strong. Looking out over your left arm. Nice breath in. And then stretch forward. Your left arm onto your knee. Your right arm stretching as far as you can. Inhale, we're going to go back. Great. And then half moon on the other side. Again, I'm using a block. I got it. And your right leg floats up. Your hips are stacked on top of each other. And you're nice and strong. Your core is keeping you up. Last breath in. And you bring your feet together for a chair pose on this side. And this time up onto your toes. And try to stay there. Back nice and straight. Straighten up. Now over to horse pose. Feet out at a 45-degree angle. Squatting down here as low as you can go. Your back nice and straight. You can be in prayer. You can be up for a Shiva pose, or you can hug a tree in front of you. We won't stay here too long, but some people can stay here for hours. Try to slow down your breathing. Get into the zone. Last breath in. Straighten your legs. And we're going to go down to that hero's pose. So on your knees, I need to put a block behind. And so you don't sit on your heels in this part. You sit in between them. And you get some good stretch going on your quads and on your hips. And this for me is mind over matter as well. Take some time to slow your breathing. Last breath in, and then we'll go into sitting on our heels if you'd like, or stay in this position if you'd like. So inhale, exhale. And boy, does that seem easy for me. And put your hands sort of folded in your lap, on your thighs, nice and straight. You can let your breathing turn to whatever you'd like it to be now. And just let's sit here and just focus in on our breathing. See if you can hear your heart. See if you can slow everything down. Hopefully that was easy and yet difficult, and that you'll feel better. And we'll see you in the next video. Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.